Have you ever been in a moment of intimacy and suddenly your body just doesn't respond the way you want? It's confusing, it's frustrating, and it can feel like your confidence drops in an instant. And if you're honest, a small part of you wonders what she's thinking in that moment. As a urologist, I hear this more often than you might imagine. Men come to me carrying the same quiet worry. Is something wrong with me? Is she disappointed? Is this going to keep happening? I want you to know something right away. You're not broken. You're not alone. And most importantly, what women want in that moment is not what you fear. You see, your body speaks through stress, fatigue, hormones, circulation, and even emotions. When an erection doesn't stay firm, it's rarely because of performance. It's usually your body trying to tell you something simple and fixable. But the pressure you put on yourself makes the whole experience even harder. So let me guide you through this with calm, clarity, and science. Because when you understand what's happening, you regain control. And when you respond the way women actually want you to, with honesty, patience, and awareness, the moment becomes less about fear and more about connection. In this video, I'll show you exactly why this happens, what women truly feel in that situation, and the practical steps you can take, starting today, to improve confidence, desire, and physical response. Take a breath. You're in the right place. Let's talk about why this issue feels so heavy, even though it's incredibly common. When you can't stay hard, it doesn't just affect the body. It affects your confidence, your sense of masculinity, and sometimes even the way you look at yourself the next day. Many men tell me the same thing in my clinic. It wasn't the moment itself. It was what I felt after. You might start replaying the situation in your head. You might worry that it means you're aging too fast, or that stress is ruining you, or that she'll think you're not attracted to her. And this creates an emotional loop that makes the next experience feel even more pressured. Have you noticed how the more you try to control your body, the less it seems to cooperate? Erections are deeply sensitive to the state of your nervous system. If you're tired, anxious, overthinking, or disconnected from your body, it shows. Your erections are not just physical, they're emotional, hormonal, and neurological. That's why this problem shows up in moments when you least expect it, after a long week, after a big argument, or even when things are going perfectly. And here's the part many men forget. Women don't see this moment the same way you do. You might think it's a verdict on your performance, but for them, it's often a sign to slow down, reconnect, communicate, or simply help you relax. Most women care far more about the emotional atmosphere than the erection itself. So the real problem isn't just the erection. It's the misunderstanding around it. It's the silence, the embarrassment, the rush to fix it immediately, instead of understanding why your body reacted the way it did. Ask yourself this: are you paying attention to what your body needs? Or are you pushing through stress, exhaustion, and pressure without giving yourself space to breathe? When you learn what actually drives stronger, more reliable erections and how to respond in the moment with confidence instead of panic, you stop fighting your body and start working with it. And that's where everything begins to change. Now let's walk through the part that truly matters, what you can do about this starting today. I want to give you practical steps backed by urology, hormonal science, and years of listening to both men and women in real relationships. We'll go through this slowly, clearly, and in a way that helps you understand your body without judgment. First, understand what's actually happening inside your body. Erections depend on blood flow, hormones, and your nervous system working together in the right sequence. When you're relaxed, aroused, and present, your parasympathetic system sends the green light that allows blood to fill the penile tissue. But when you're stressed, anxious, rushed, or preoccupied, your sympathetic system takes over. This is the same system that activates when you're worried or tense. Your body can't be in fight or flight and sexual connection at the same time. It chooses survival over desire every single time. So if your job has been draining, if you haven't slept well, or if you're carrying emotional tension, your erection is often the first thing to respond, not because you're weak, but because your nervous system is doing exactly what it's designed to do. Simply knowing this takes away a huge amount of pressure. Your body isn't betraying you, it's signaling you. Second, handle the moment with confidence and calm. This is what women really want. When an erection fades, many men panic internally. You might try to rush back into stimulation, change positions, or push through mentally. But this pressure only worsens the physical response. Women tell me the same thing again and again. They don't want you to pretend nothing happened. They don't want you to shut down. And they definitely don't want you to feel embarrassed. What they want is presence. A simple, steady reassurance. Something like, let's slow down a bit, or I think my body needs a minute, is often all it takes to reset the mood. You'd be surprised how many women feel relieved when you take the pressure off both of you. It shows emotional maturity and connection, traits that feel far more intimate than physical performance. In fact, a calm mindset can often bring your erection back naturally because you're reducing the stress response that interferes with it. Third, strengthen the foundation, lifestyle habits that support erections. Think of erections as a reflection of blood vessel health. If circulation is strong, hormones are balanced, and your metabolic health is stable, your erections stay firmer, longer, and more reliable. Here are the core habits I recommend to my patients. 1. Move your body daily. Even 20 minutes of walking improves circulation and reduces the stress hormones that interfere with erections. Regular movement increases nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for blood vessel relaxation, one of the key mechanisms behind erections. 2. Sleep well. Most testosterone is produced during deep sleep. Skipping rest, even for a few nights, can weaken arousal, energy, and erection strength. If you've been tired for weeks, your body will prioritize recovery over performance. 3. Limit alcohol to moderate levels. A drink or two can make you feel relaxed, but too much suppresses the nervous system and slows blood flow. I see this often in younger men experiencing whiskey-related erectile issues. 4. Focus on stress regulation. Stress is the #1 erection disruptor I see in men under 50. Try slow breathing, a warm shower before intimacy, or simply giving yourself time to decompress at the end of the day. None of this requires perfection, just steady, realistic habits that support the physiology behind sexual function. 4th, check your hormonal and metabolic health. This is a step many men skip because they assume low testosterone is the only possible cause. The truth is more nuanced. Testosterone plays a role, yes, but so do blood sugar levels, blood pressure, thyroid hormones, cholesterol, and even inflammation. For example, men with mild insulin resistance often notice weaker morning erections. Men with high blood pressure may experience reduced sensitivity. And men under chronic stress may have elevated cortisol that blunts libido and erection quality. A simple blood panel, done once a year, can give you clarity. And when you understand the numbers, you understand your body. Many men feel immediate relief simply from knowing the cause is something treatable. Finally, build intimacy before the moment, not during the pressure. One of the biggest misunderstandings is thinking that desire starts in the bedroom. For most couples, connection builds long before that. Small gestures, light touch, humor, and presence throughout the day reduce pressure and increase natural arousal. When you give your body time to warm up emotionally, it performs physically with far more reliability. Women often connect through emotional closeness first, and when you meet them in that space, the entire experience becomes smoother, gentler, and more aligned. If you enter intimacy already stressed or distracted, your body reacts. But if you enter the moment feeling grounded, your nervous system supports you instead of fighting you. Remember, you're not fixing a flaw. You're supporting a system. Your erection is a mirror. It reflects your stress, your health, your lifestyle, your emotions, and your daily habits. And every part of it can be strengthened with simple, consistent changes. When you understand what's happening and respond with calm confidence, you create an environment where desire grows naturally, without fear, without pressure, and without the weight of unrealistic expectations. You're not supposed to handle this alone, and you're not supposed to perform like a machine. You're human. Your body is complex, and it deserves patience, awareness, and care. Let's step back for a moment and bring everything together. Because understanding this issue is only the first step. What truly matters is how you use that understanding to support your body, your confidence, and your relationship. The first thing I want you to remember is this. Losing an erection or struggling to stay hard does not define your masculinity. It doesn't make you less capable, less attractive, or less desirable. It simply means your body is responding to something, stress, fatigue, pressure, or even emotional overload, And all of those things are human experiences, not failures. You now know that erections depend on more than arousal. They rely on balance, blood flow, hormones, sleep, and your nervous system. When one of those pieces shifts, the entire system adjusts. That's why you might have strong erections at certain times and weaker ones at others. Your body is always speaking. Your job is to listen. You also learned that the moment itself doesn't have to become a crisis. Women aren't expecting perfection. They value honesty, presence, and calm far more than you may realize. A brief pause, a gentle reassurance, or a simple breath together can shift the entire experience. It turns pressure into connection. It turns worry into understanding. The lifestyle steps, movement, rest, stress care, mindful alcohol use may seem simple, but they're powerful. They support the very foundations of sexual function. Small habits build long-term stability, and stability creates confidence. You don't need dramatic changes, just consistent ones. And of course, your health matters. Checking your hormones, blood pressure, glucose, and other key markers gives you clarity instead of guessing. Men often feel immediate relief just from knowing what's happening inside their bodies. So here's the recap I want you to carry with you. Your body isn't failing you, it's signaling you. Women want connection, not anxious performance. Calm responses create stronger intimacy. Healthy habits support reliable erections. Knowledge of your own health gives you power. Always listen to your body. It wants to work with you, not against you. The more you understand it, the more control and confidence you regain, physically, emotionally, and in the moments that truly matter. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's that your body deserves patience and understanding. You're not meant to push through stress or pressure alone, and you don't need to hide what you're experiencing. Real strength comes from awareness, not perfection. If this conversation helped you feel more informed, more understood, or simply less alone, I invite you to stay connected here. I share calm, doctor-led insights on men's health, sexual wellness, and the everyday habits that shape your energy, confidence, and relationships. And each video is designed to help you take practical steps without shame, without confusion, and without the overwhelming noise that usually surrounds these topics. So if you want more guidance like this, go ahead and subscribe. It's a simple way to keep learning about your body in a space that's supportive, respectful, and grounded in science. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for caring about your health. And thank you for being willing to understand yourself more deeply. Take care of your body, take care of your confidence, and I'll see you in the next video.